The most spectacular and scenic venue in all of college football and perhaps in all of sports. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, also home to the UCLA Bruins. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Michigan Wolverines offense takes the field. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Trying to find his man on first down. Throwing right. Makes a connection. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll keep it on the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. It's reverse. And the defense was ready when the receiver tried the tricky run. In the dead center of the field as they try to convert this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. Looks as if they might have a little something going on that drive, but they'll have to kick it. So UCLA's offense will go to work for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. 2 physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, 2 alphas, 2 guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Bruins are in the hurry-up.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, this defense received a lot of well-earned accolades after registering 4 sacks last week. They've put everybody on notice, and they're doing it again here early, already registering a sack in this one.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Complete in the middle. And he's wrestled to the ground. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Wants to throw. It's Sanders. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Fair catch, called for and made. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The lone back's got it. creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Stopped after making the catch. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown Wolverines. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Tulsa. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. He makes the connection. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Bruins want to move quickly. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he knocked him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Finds a tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Bruins are rolling down the field. You can become a star making efficient plays and getting first down, sort of like a Mark Harmon kind of way to play quarterback for the Bruins.
And then you become a big star. And in Hollywood, what a talent to do it. Obviously, create some excitement, create some momentum, go to a Rose Bowl, just do big things at UCLA.
And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The give to the back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. When you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the 2nd. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Turns it on at midfield. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. After run, now throw. Quickly complete.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo. They'll keep it on the ground. Running with power. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the change for a 1st down. Offense, quick tempo. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know, people forget Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Lining up to convert 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. He's right on target. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a 1st down.
And this offense is clicking, everything's moving, and the guy carrying the football, I mean, he is carrying the rock. Like, this is a guy he's setting this tone for this game, creating some balance on this offense. This offense is going to be a handful.
Yeah, David, I'd love to sit here and say, well, the offensive coordinator is just one step ahead of his counterpart across the field. That's not it. Right now, his offensive line is establishing the line of scrimmage, and you mentioned the back. He right now is running with authority on this drive.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Gives it to the back on the draw. Really nice run. Rips off 6 on the play, but it brings up a 4th and 2. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Paul.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. The snap sets up to throw. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field, find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on fourth down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They want to just keep throwing it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid third and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like...
And the pass, it's picked off! Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions are not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. To the air on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not able to break the big one on that screen to the running back, but he found enough and a solid pickup on first down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Makes the catch along the sideline, just picked up a few, but enough for a first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. To the air, it's Sanders. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. UCLA. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They'll throw it on 1st down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. That one falls out of bounds, incomplete. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard. It's good.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's got a better seat there in Pasadena than you do? A captivating game so far. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in college football heaven, the Rose Bowl.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Wants to throw on 1st down, using the quick game. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a 1st down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. The Bruins have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. To throw, it's Sanders. Getting some heat. And And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And the Bruins send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. A fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. Just ran over it. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They go to the ground. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going. It's first down from the 37-yard line. He'll do it himself. Smashes through.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Never a doubt.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. He leaves it with his back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Bruins racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll keep it himself. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. Looking downfield, it's Sanders. They'll run the screen.
Well, on 3rd down, they go to the running back screen. They're able to get a couple of yards, but not enough for the first. What do?
And the Bruins line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. They'll give it to the back. Discards him with the stiff arm. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. He's going to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. They probably probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Jukes his way for more. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They run the reverse. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll run it. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A 1st down run on the doorstep. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to run it in. Jumped on top of the pile. They're thinking touchdown here on 4th and goal. The kicker stays on the sideline. Goes straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
In a 4th and goal situation, bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting a touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point 4th quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure's there, and he lets it go.
They're trailing by just 2 to Utah. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
These are the perfect situations you love to be in. Known passing situations. These are not where the offensive tackles want to be. And when you're on the edge and there's no threat of the run, pin your ears back, get the nice 1st down sack.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finds his big tight end. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. The give to the back. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. On target. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And now if I was the offense, I'd think about getting the football maybe out on the perimeter somewhere because you're getting beaten and eaten alive in the interior. You had a gain of no yards the last play. You just gave up a sack. Put your quarterback, put the football out on the perimeter in space.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
It's complete to the right.
This is an offense that obviously practices 2-minute situations, but they're not executing it right now, and I don't like the play call. You got to be throwing to the sticks, or you got to be throwing to the sidelines so guys can get out of bounds.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
First down.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Fires into traffic, picked off. Past the 50. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw at Sanders. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. It's a reverse. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. They'll run it from the gun. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team. There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball.